Hey guys, so I was gonna film something else. Like I had something else completely ready. Like I had a whole outline ready and everything. But I'm having trouble right now most of the time because like I know how to be strategic. Like I know the business in it all, but then I have these emotions and I have like this intuition and this feeling of like what I want to talk about or what maybe the universe or God is putting on me to share with the world. And I don't know, this is just really on my heart right now. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna talk about it right now. I don't know. I want to talk about why I'm single. And y'all know I don't really talk about my love life like that. Like, I'm pretty like personal with that only because like I'll talk about it afterwards or I'll talk about it like in a way that can help other people. But I don't really like getting into the details of it, like the true details, like names, who I date. I don't post anyone. You've never seen anybody on my pages. Only because I feel like once you open that up to people, then they have the right to have an opinion. And then not only that, I share a lot on my YouTube channel, girl. Come on now. Like I share a lot. So it's just certain things that like I want to keep to myself. I want to keep private, and I feel like there's a lot of things. There's a beauty in privacy and for some things, and my love life has always been one of those. I'm coming to realize that I am the reason that I've been single all of this time. And this video is going to be so unstructured. I'm sorry, look. I want to keep it real, okay? Turns out I'm the reason that I've been single for so long. And, okay, so I went to an astrologist, and I don't really go to psychics. I don't like psychics. I don't really like doing all those tarot readings, only because I believe in, I like the unknown. I like the putting work into what I want and then just coming to me. Because I worked for it. I don't like going to people and they just tell me something's gonna happen, and then I didn't even put no work into it, and then now I put work into it because I know it's coming. It's just I just never been a fan of it. But astrology was a little different. She told me because this was something that people go to for guidance, like what would be best for you right now, not what's going to happen to you. It's not like a psychic reading. It's just more of guidance, like what are the planets saying for you right now. And that's why I favor more of astrology than the other things. But anyways, long story short, I had a whole lesson and everything, and she was telling me how my overall, like how they have earth, fire, whatever, all of those things. I am an overall fire, which was so interesting to me because I just think of myself as so water. But she was saying how like you if you don't like something, you just move on to the next thing. Like your fire people, like they just like to move. They just like to move. They don't know how to really focus on one thing and stick it out. Like they usually like if they get over it, they're over it. They're on to the next thing. And I was like, that's not true for me because in work and everything, like I will put a lot of work into something, and if it doesn't work out, I'll keep doing it until I feel successful. It doesn't mean getting an A or whatever. Until I feel like I put my best in and I got what I could out, that's when I'll move on. But I don't just do that with everything. But she was like, okay, but what about your love life? And I was just like, she may have me. She may have me. Because this is when I started to go into why I might, be single and everything. And honestly, I started to realize that I was overall, this was after a while of thinking and everything. I'm starting to realize that I expect dudes to be perfect. And that's just the simplest, layman's terms that it can be said. And a lot of us do this, and we would never say it like that because it just comes off wrong. Like, of course, nobody's perfect. But I'm going to tell you what I was doing, and this will probably be you. It's, I'm a Scorpio, and also like I'm a Virgo rising and Aries moon. But it's a part of the astrology and everything. But I just I know how much I bring to the table. I know I bring a lot to the table. I'm caring, I'm loving, I'm considerate, I'm open-minded. I'm a huge communicator. I'm smart. I'm going big places, girl. So come on. I just know what I bring to the table, okay? And so some may call it arrogant. I see it as confidence. I know who I am. And I know what I have to offer. So usually when I do talk to dudes, I have standards. Yes, I have standards. And I think everybody should have standards on like, my biggest number one standard is communication. If you're not a good communicator, usually I'm done. Like I just can't do that. If you're trying to argue with me on the first date or two, like we just met and you're like trying to argue or like It's okay for us to disagree or not to have the same opinions, but for you to argue with me, I'm like, bye, done. So usually it's like, if you show signs to me that are signs of you being toxic or signs of you previously being in a toxic relationship, you're used to arguing, you're used to this, you're used to that, I'm like, bye, done. Okay, because in my mind, I was just like, I'm not here to fix somebody else. I'm not here to tell you who you are. You need to come to me knowing who you are. Because I feel like if you come to me not knowing who you are, then I'm going to help you find who you are. And maybe I just helped you find who you are in my presence, or with it being dependent on me. So then if I wasn't there, maybe you still don't know who you are. And I just had a lot of standards where I just was like, if it's this or if it's this, I immediately cut you off. Like, because I'm just like, I'm not gonna waste my time. It takes a lot of energy and effort in this love life shit. Like, girl, let me tell you something. Like, right now I'm talking to somebody, it's just, and somebody once told me that it should not take a lot of work to love someone. And I agree to that to an extent. I just feel like, I don't know, it's just a lot of energy. And for me to put all this energy, time, attention into you, you better be worth it. So if I feel like in the beginning you give me signs where it's like, you're not worth it, I'm like, why spend time talking to you every single day when I could be doing that, editing a video, I could be filming a video, I could be talking to somebody else. It's a lot of things other that I can be doing, but I'm giving you my time. I want to make sure that I'm giving that to the right person. So before, I would just like move on real fast. Like if the smallest things triggered me or just I didn't like, I will move on. And then I started to realize that that's the reason I'm single. Because I was constantly looking for someone perfect. And I wouldn't even say perfect, but just someone that matched me perfectly. Like, I expect everyone to meet all of my expectations, and that's just unrealistic. And I'm starting to realize that now with someone that I'm talking to. I hate to say that. I hate to even open up that is a thing. But it's just the truth, because the difference is, I went to this astrologist. She told me that I was a fire, whatever. And then she told me that I move on too fast. She said, you know what? You need to, stay on something, okay? Give it time. Blah, 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 blah. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try it out. So one of the dudes, that I was having a hot boy summer with, it just was like, I hate that I'm talking about him. But it was a lot of signs at the beginning. If it was a year ago, or not even a year ago, 2 months ago, girl. If it was 2 months ago, I would have, bye. Like, I really would have moved on. I really would have been over it. Because it was just certain things at the beginning, I was just like, I don't know about this. I kept telling my best friends, like, I don't know. I kept complaining to my best friends, and they know me. So they was like, I don't see this lasting. Because if you complain about somebody already, you gonna move on. And so that really made me want to, like, stick it out. And, like, Tariq, this is a process of growing with someone. Grow with them. Let them get to know you so then they can learn how to love you and learn how to be compatible with you so they can make that decision. Don't make that decision for them before they get the chance to. You know what I mean? It's like when we get to know these people and we do connect. As I connect with you over time, I start realizing what you like and what you don't like. But I connect with you. So it's like, I get to make that decision if I'm going to deal with this. Like, I know it usually would bother me, but that's just how he is. And that might be something that turns into love later on. Like, oh, I love how you, like, complain about every time, blah, blah, blah. But it might have annoyed you in the beginning. And I think that's the beautiful thing about love, is because it's unpredictable and it takes a lot of compromise. But those compromises usually turn to understanding and love. And I'm just allowing people to show me who they are, instead of me honestly telling myself who other people are in the beginning, because that's honestly what I was doing. Like, I really sit here and I say, oh, nobody can tell you who you are except you, which I truly believe, but here I was being a hypocrite, not really listening or taking the time to get to know people, but really just making judgments in the beginning, telling myself that, not them, but just telling myself that and moving on because I made a decision of who they are. And that wasn't right of me. I want to be a person that treats other people how I like to be treated, okay? You can't tell me who I am. Let me show you who I am. And I have to allow people to have that time to show me that. And now that I've done it, like, I really see a beauty in coming to a flower and it being closed and watching it open. Like, I know we all love to come to a flower and a rose and to see it blossomed and seeing it open and seeing the insides and seeing bees go inside. Like, you just love that. But there's something extremely beautiful about going to a flower, it being closed, and getting to know it a little bit more and watching it open over time and then seeing how beautiful it is in the inside. And so that's something that I've really been working on. And I will honestly say, like, I don't want to really get too much into it. I don't know if you're gonna watch this video, but look, you know, I'm still single. First of all, let me just say that I'm still single. Who is girl? Kaylin, I am filming a video.
Oh my god.
Say hi. Okay, I'm gonna call you later. Let me know when you land.
Okay, I figured you was taking down some of that little tapestry back there that you always got.
Period. I love you, bye. But girl, I'm just coming here to tell y'all to be patient. Okay, be patient with people. Be patient with everybody, not even just in your love life and your friendships, girl. When it comes to someone you care about, when somebody does something that bothers you, you can be honest and you can be open and say, hey, this is what bothers me. This is what I don't like. And then it's up to them if they are willing to make that change or if they're not willing to make that change. And then that is a determining factor on if you guys are compatible. It doesn't mean that y'all have to be enemies. It just means that y'all aren't that compatible. Okay, because I don't like when you do this, but you ain't gonna stop it because that's just who you are. Okay, for example, my best friend. My best friend, when I first met him, he used to say the F word. I don't want to say it, but it's a derogatory term towards gay people. I don't want to say it for demonetizing reasons because, girl, they did demonetize my last 2 videos. I don't have time. But that F word, like, I hated it when I first, like, it was in high school when I first was getting comfortable with my sexuality. I didn't like that word because I've never had any good experiences with that word. But he used to say it because he had other experiences, because in the ballroom culture, like, I won't say it's positive, but the girls use it and we're all queer, so it don't come off like as a derogatory term. So he just used to say it, but it used to bother me so much because he cared about me. He was my best friend. He was like, you know, I know it bothers you, so I'm gonna just stop saying it around you. But then after a while, he just stopped saying it altogether because he was just always around me. But it was the fact that he was willing to not say that because he knew it bothered me. It's just about caring about someone else and choosing what you would change for that other person. So look, y'all, I'm done. I didn't want this to be a long video. I didn't record the other video, girl, and I had to record something and film something and post something today. And I felt like this was a good thing that some people may need to hear, girl. I don't know. I don't know, like, comment, subscribe, girl. I'm not doing everything. Girl, this is the most unorganized video on my channel, and I don't really care, girl. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I love y'all. My name is Tarek Ali. See you guys next time.